Hey there, business owners. Are you someone who collects tons of data in Google Forms but then wastes hours organizing it later? Are you tired of exporting, cleaning, and manually updating databases? What if every form response instantly organized itself inside Airtable automatically? So, to understand this, let's just consider a real time scenario. Imagine collecting leads, requests, or internal data using Google Forms. Without automation, you'd manually export responses, clean the data, and upload it into Airtable, which would be very slow, repetitive, and prone to errors as submissions grow. But this is where AutoAPI comes into picture, which helps us to this is where AutoAPI comes into picture, which helps us to come over which helps us to overcome such automations in much more simpler manner, that too also without a single line of code. So when automation comes into picture, the moment a Google form is submitted, the response is automatically captured and stored in Airtable as a structured record. Your database stays organized in real time and workflows scale effortlessly, and you eliminate manual data handling completely. So this is how this automation works in brief. So I hope so that you've understood this brief now. So let's just head over to create this automation in real. So before that we have to go to the home page of AutoAppy in order to know a bit more about it.
This is the landing page of AutoAppy where we have different nav options like Home, Apps, Learn, Automations, Pricing, and Workflows. So here, as we go down, we can see that we have a section named as Connect Your Apps. So here we have n number of applications which we have integrated with AutoAppy, which you can use to perform your different business automations. So here there are n number of domains under which you have different categories of applications. You can always go and explore them by clicking See More. So now let's go to the next section, that is set up your automation. So here you can explore how you can streamline your workflows and save time with our automation features. So here we have n number of templates which we have created for you so that you can understand how a particular workflow works. Suppose if you are a new user, you can always go to view details and then check how that automation works step by step, understanding its concept. So if you are someone who wishes to just try that automation and check if it suits your business, you can just go to try it and check how it works. So now heading forward towards our pricing plans. So these are our three pricing plans: the starter plan, the essential plan, and the professional plan. So in the starter plan, you can see that for absolutely rupees 0 per month, we offer you 3000 tasks every month with unlimited workflows, unlimited team members, and whatnot. So what are you waiting for? So just simply sign up for free and start automating today itself. But to before doing this, let's head over to our workflows. Before creating our today's workflow, make sure that you have an account with AutoAppy and that your Google credentials are connected to the same so that you can seamlessly access your automations. So now let's click workflows. So this will open up this kind of an automation dashboard in front of you where you can manage and monitor your workflows. So this is the automation dashboard where you can manage and monitor your workflow. So now let's head over to create our today's workflow. For that, let's go to add workflow and let's give it a name as Google Forms to Airtable. So let's hit save. So once this is complete, this opens up this kind of interface in front of us, which prompts us to select a trigger node. So now you'll be wondering what is a trigger node or what is a trigger application. So basically a trigger node is a starting point to your entire workflow you're going to create. So basically it acts as a backbone to your entire automation. So it acts as an if condition, which if satisfied only then it heads over to the next condition. So in our case, the first trigger node or the trigger application is going to be the Google form. So just select that and then select new response received as your task type and say add first tab. So this will add this application to Google Form. This will add this application to AutoAppy's canvas. So now we have to go and set this node live. So for that, we have to go to the hamburger menu here, which will open up the setup, the configuration, and the test window for the same. So now you can see that we have a webhook URL given here. So let's just copy this And then if you scroll down, you can see that there is a help desk given here how to set this node up. So the first step says that logging to your Google Form account. Since I already have one, I will take you to my Google Form account. So this is my Google Form where I have the following fields such as the name, the email, age, phone number and the address. This is basically a retreat form of which responses I wish to store into Airtable. So for that, you need to have this form ready. And then you need to go to the responses tab and say link to sheet. Since I've already linked my sheet to Google Form, I don't need to do that. But since you are a new user, once you create a form, you'll have an option here that is linked to sheets. So just say link to sheets and then you will have this kind of an Google Sheet created. Suppose this is done, you have to actually publish this form. So mine is already published. If you go to preview, this is how it looks. So let's just go back. And now we will go to our Excel sheet. So this needs a downloading. This needs an extension which we will get by going to add-ons. So just go to add-ons, say get add-ons, and then we will search for AutoAppy webhook. Then just click install and log into your account which you have connected to AutoAppy. Say continue, select all and say continue again. Say next and then complete the additional setup of viewing the webhook guide. So basically this is a webhook user guide for Google Sheets and Google Forms. So if you're someone who wishes to know how this webhook functions, you can always scroll this through, understand this in detail. So post doing this, go back and say done. Close this and refresh your page. And then go to extensions and see you have installed the AutoAppy webhook. So now we will say setup workflow. Setup workflow. So we will give this column name as F. So basically when you deal with Google Form as a trigger, the column name should be given as the last column name and column ID. So just name it as address, same as that of the column name, same as that of the column name. And then paste your webhook URL here and select your event type as text enter. That is when the address is going to get entered here, the webhook will be triggered. So just say save and say setup triggers. So this is done. Go to AutoAppy and say start capturing sample data. So while the data is being captured, we will go to our form and just copy the link and open it in a new tab. And just fill in this with details. So now just hit submit. So let's go to Auto API and wait for some seconds and say check status. So this is the data captured successfully. So now that this node is live, let's close this and click the add button here, which will open up the tab where we can select a next action node. So just search for Airtable and in the actions tab we'll have to select create a record. And then from the connect an Airtable account we will select create new connection. And let's give this a name as Google form or maybe retreat details. And say connect with Airtable. Say add all resources and say add a base, and from here we will select the base which I have just created, Google form retreat base. So just say grant access. So I'll just take you to my Airtable account. So this is my Airtable account where I have created a table like this with the same fields as that of Google form. So we have just finished setting this up. So now we will have to head over to check how this node is configured in detail. So now it is asking us for the base name. So let's just search for Google form retreat base. So just select that and from the table name select table 1. So as I just showed you, these are the same tuples which are from the Airtable which are appearing into the Auto API configuration step. So let's just map these details one by one. So let's just go to the data mapper and then select Google Forms, which is a previous node from where we are going to get these details. Let's just search for the name, select this and say confirm. So basically this is how the JSON mapping is done for this. Similarly, we have to fill all the other fields. So just search for your email address and say confirm. Similarly for the phone number. The age, and now the address. Say confirm and then go to submit. Test this node and then do hide sample data and show sample data. So it says that a row has been created into a table. So let's go and check this out. Just refresh this. So here you can see that we have automatically entered a Google form row from Google Forms to Airtable. If you want to try this out for another name, you can always go to the Google form and create a new link, copy it and open it in a new tab. And try some different name. So here you go, the name has been automatically entered. So this is how the automation takes place. Hope so you have understood the concept of this automation and that you found the journey through AutoAppy was inspirational for you and it was quite helpful. So if you're someone who wishes to supercharge your productivity, head over to our webpage and start automating today. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our video. And if you have any query in your mind or any custom requirement in your mind on which you want us to create a new automation on, feel free to comment down in our YouTube comment sections and our team will be very happy to assist you with the same. So until I see you into the next video lecture, happy automating. Thank you.